All right. We are here. There's Gwen. She's here. I'm
All right.
here. This
I want you to
I'm
tell everybody about your intro that you made before we play it because I think it's special that you made your own.
oh, it's just my first attempt at making a kind of a long video. I was explaining to Gwen earlier. I have made videos before where I just put a name on the front of it, maybe a credit or two on the back of it, and didn't really change anything. I've never had any luck trying to change anything in a video I downloaded off a camera.
Mhm.
This is my first attempt at making a video basically from photos. This is something I put together on Canva. When I use Canva,
Mhm.
we've had very good luck with it. It's very easy to use. So just look up Canva, and they've got a free area that you can use. In fact, that's what I've been using. Is the free stuff. They are got a lot of stuff you can use. It's not as nice as what if you pay for it that you can get from them, of course. But it's very simple to do videos. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Or putting together banners. All the banners that everybody sees that I've put up for the show, and a lot of the banners that Gwen uses are made from Canva. So if you want to make banners for your own podcast or whatever you're doing, but if you look at my Facebook page, I've got a brand new overhead, well, a couple weeks old now, that's made on Canva. And the wife said it looks great. I think it looks pretty good. I put that together on Canva. And I'm 69 years old. I am in the middle of the boomer generation. And if a boomer can do it, you can do it. So try Canva. Just take a look.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're going to try this. We're going to see how it is. And I know it's good.
And woo, I'm here.
I know. I think you did good.
Everybody take a seat. Stop the applause. Okay, we're done.
Well, why don't we bring our guest on?
Why don't we do the two pictures first?
Okay. Let's see. I don't know which one you wanted first, but we're going to do that one.
It doesn't matter. This is a picture from an advertisement from New Orleans Paranormal Society. They run the top tours in New Orleans, including an old slave house that's behind a voodoo house. They will put you in. The place is haunted. I have been there 3 times over the years, and Michael is a great spirit to talk to. Be honest, he died of a drug overdose, and he will talk to you in behind that voodoo house. Go ahead and put the other picture up.
Okay.
Here's another shot. You can hold this. You can stop the video later to read all this and don't hear. They also go to the Andrew Jackson Hotel. They have what they call a closet there reserved at that hotel and take people in there 4 to 6 nights a week to the Andrew Jackson. And there are several spirits in the Andrew Jackson. I myself have talked to spirits that Chris has not talked to during their tours. The New Orleans Paranormal Society didn't know anything about. When I stayed there for 2 nights, all night long investigations there. Also, there's another room where I saw somebody get a growl in the room. Chris did some investigation in the history of the place and found out that about 75, 80 years ago, a person was murdered in that room where I heard the growl. So these are amazing people. And it's the best tours you can get in New Orleans. That's New Orleans Paranormal Society. They have the contact there on your screen. And if you go down to New Orleans, you can reserve a tour. This is not a tour said, oh, this is a nice looking building, and that's it. That's all you get. Oh, this is the voodoo house. It's supposed to be haunted, and that's it. That's all you get is we'll walk by on the sidewalk. No, they take you in these places, they sit you down, and you're there for several hours, and you'll be in the room with a ghost. So
there you go.
That if you want a haunted experience, these are the people to talk to. I'd like to go ahead and bring out another couple, another married couple who've done their share of ghost hunting, the McFaddens.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
How are y'all? That's the first hard question tonight. How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm sitting down. I'm relaxing my feet. And I'm talking to you guys. So everything's great.
All right.
Well, I want to add something real quick,
before.
if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Gwen.
Bill from Broadhead Manor has hosted us tonight. We're on our little walkabout, and I want to tell him thank you and give a shout out. Of course, he's sitting here grinning at me.
Thank you, Bill. Love you.
Hey, Bill.
Love you. Here says, hey. Everybody says, hey, we all love Bill, but we're on our walkabout, and we needed somewhere to stay halfway tonight. So he's letting us stay here, which is awesome. And we got to see him. But you get back to the show, and I'm going to pop out, and you tell me when you want your advertisement and everything, okay?
Well, I've done the advertisement, so we're done.
Well, I need to do their little ad. Let me call it an ad, if that's okay. Can I go ahead and do it for them?
Well, if you do it when you think's best. If you think it's now, let's do it.
All right, here you go.
All right.
Cool.
Okay. I have questions. One, what software did you use to do this video?
I use 3 different apps, which I've practiced for at least the last couple of years. I've been getting better. They're phenomenal apps. My first app that I use is
Hi, Nick.
It's going to be an app called YouCut Video Editor. I will send you the picture after this podcast of what that is. And then I also use a collage maker app that gives me like any kind of editing or for photos and stuff. And then I've recently used this thing called Photo Room, and it's an AI, basically AI photo generated app. And this YouCut app is the best app you'll ever have for a phone. It's all the apps are free, but that YouCut makes very good videos. I released one for Sanctum of Souls just last night. I was playing with some stuff, and I was bored, and I made a little, I don't know what you call it, maybe just a little clip or something. Just and it wasn't even nothing but just one picture and some effects and stuff, just to put something out there. So
Makes it look good.
Okay.
Yeah. I use several different ones
Cool.
also. Yeah.
yeah,
And those photos were taken by the amazing Jen Strobe, his cousin.
yeah.
All those photos.
Cool.
If you see that,
what was the location?
oh, the location.
Sanctum of
Yeah,
Soul.
of the photo.
That is our new location that we are caretakers of and are now booking private overnight investigations. It is located in Buffalo, Iowa. It was constructed in 1836, originally a German Lutheran church. And in the 2000s, you can see when you come to the building, there's a different structure towards the back. It was built onto, and then after a while, it just turned into a Lutheran church. And it's been vacant for now, 6 months now?
Yeah.
And we got called out to investigate the location. The owner was having paranormal experiences. And our team member, Scott, he reached out to. So we all went out there, and there's definitely something going on there. It's fun. It's interesting. And we do have some confirmed spirits that are there that used to be members of the church.
I would, going off that, from the beginning, the owner reached out to Scott, our newest team member, and, he bought the church basically because he was just attracted to it. And he's not a ghost person. He doesn't do anything with paranormal. And he had some weird things happening to him as he would be in the building alone that he couldn't understand. And he knew Scott for 30 plus years. He called us out and we investigated it the first day. We got light anomalies on my phone. We also got a poltergeist movement in the kitchen where there was 2 silverware trays that are full of spoons stacked on each other on a little silver cart in the kitchen.
Metal.
Metal.
And they're heavy.
So we were just sitting there, just the 3 of us, me, Tom, and Tracy, very still, asking questions like we always do. And basically we hear this thud, a little clash. Right in front of me is that cart. There's plastic in that cart, right? And so you see this whole plastic stuff move at the same time. So we know something moved. And then we kind of inspected it because I'm like, oh my God, I got a video that you can hear the sound, but I didn't capture the movement because my angle of the camera wasn't faced right there. And because I didn't know that was going to happen. Anyway, I'm like, oh my God, did you guys just see that whole plastic sheeting move? And then you guys hear that. It was freaking awesome. Recently, Scott, about 3 weeks ago, had his phone out by himself, heard something, whipped out his phone real fast. Within a minute and a half, he hears the main door that you come in the back there. You hear it like a little screech, whips his phone around, and you can see the door opening like this on its own. And there's
He got video of that?
Yeah.
He's got a video of it. It's on Sanctum of Souls on our Facebook page, Sanctum of Souls. You can go check that. We got a lot of videos that we posted strictly on the church there. Estee's methods, full conversations with what she was saying earlier about these people that were there.
Margie, she goes by Margie, and her ex-husband, Frank. They were 2 members of the church, and there was an affair on Frank's half, and some children were created through those affairs. Their spirits still there. They're still going back and forth about this. Margie is not letting go of this at all. So Frank's, he just doesn't want to fess up to it either. So,
and I'm telling you, when we talk about these names, we've got these names on my Polter script, where it's a device where it holds 20,000 words and a database that any kind of, like, it'll base off the environment, just like the Ovilus 5. We got the word Frank the first night. So that's where we kind of, okay, we're working with it, right? We got a Franklin, we got a name. We did our research that same night. We found an obituary in Buffalo of Frank. And it states in there that he was married 3 times. His first wife's name was Margie. And that's a word that we got through the Estes method. And it just kept going on and on and on. We got affair on the Polter script, words like this that come up, you know, and it just, these conversations, I mean, it's hard to talk about the full length of each conversation that we've experienced, but you can go, like I said, go to Sanctum of Souls. Scott uploaded a 14-minute video of a whole conversation that we had with somebody there, and it's amazing and mind-blowing because it's intelligent. We have intelligent spirits at this location. They know you. They know your name. We had Nick Simons. He was just commenting a little bit ago.
From 28 Days Haunted on Netflix.
Show. Yeah. So the first time he came out there, he used his spirit box, the SB7 Pro. The very first word that came out of it was his full name, Nick Simons, right off the bat.
Oh, wow.
Just like the very first word. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There's a couple things here. You got Pam Harris. If Gwen wants to throw it back up, she said, "Derek, I'm looking for help with a short clip video."
Oh, I can do that. Just send me what you want. Give me some pictures and send me kind of what you're looking for, you know, as far as music and stuff like that. I also use Zedge. That's a good app. You can download music on Zedge, like little, you don't want to do, like, you try to be careful with the copywriting stuff, but I'll download like, I don't know, like creepy tones and different stuff like that. And then I can use that in the UCut app to, you know, and then also it's really cool because I use a voice recording app on my phone. So when I catch an EVP, what I do is I put my voice recorder on my phone and enhance it through a Bluetooth audio device up to my phone. So it captures it on my cell phone. So then I can put that in the UCut app, that voice. And then I'll put a picture in there with like a little sticker of, like, you know, like little voice, like where it shows like audio or something, you know, for visual effects. But yeah.
I'm assuming Pam has your phone number. Let's not talk about putting up your phone number. So as long as she's got it. Okay. You're gonna square her away. That's fantastic. Now, you mentioned a couple of people's names that you were talking to. Yeah. Do you know what time era they lived in?
What was the obituary?
So the obituary time frame, he actually recently passed away. I do know that. Give me like a couple of seconds here.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I wanted to also talk about during Tracy going under Estes method, when Nick Simons was with us, he was the one that actually discovered it was a German Mennonite church back in the 1800s. Yep. And so I was like, okay. And then you can see the German writing in it on top of the church, on the front. So I had a thought. I was like, okay, so she's under Estes method. She can't hear anything that we're asking. So I'm like, okay, let me try this. So we're in the chapel portion of the church. And I put on the Google Translate, the voice Google Translate from English to German. Right. So I started asking questions in German. Yep, there it goes. Yep. So he was there to assess for this. So I started asking the questions in German. As soon as that happened, she's like, it's weird. I'm starting to hear like foreign languages. I don't know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It was mind-blowing.
Now, can you take a second right here, kind of pause, and explain for our viewers and listeners who may not know, because we go into a lot of places. The show is put out on YouTube. I put it on Twitter, X. It's out there. A lot of people may not know what the Estes method is. Could you take a few minutes to explain that?
So the Estes method is a sound deprivation way. So you're just listening to white noise. You got noise canceling headphones on. Sometimes people put a blindfold on too to make it more intensified. And you're just listening to anything that whatever spirit box that you're using is scanning through these frequencies backwards. Or you could do it forwards, but I think it's more compelling when you're running it in AM backwards. So you are listening, and anytime somebody's asking a question that's with you, then the person that's sitting under the Estes method, they're the ones that are saying what they're hearing at the time.
Okay. So you're basically taking somebody's hearing away and somebody's vision away, and they're communicating that way.
Yep. And so Tracy was full-blown Estes, so she did have the noise canceling headphones and the blindfolds on for this. And on top of that, we decided to make it more interesting. And there's an old wheelchair that's there from when it was in operation. We decided to set her in that, and we had tripwire circled around her too, to even get some evidence of anything kind of coming through electromagnetic field. And we had hits on that too when we were speaking with spirit.
Okay. Ed Levin says, "What's up, peeps? We're talking about the Estes method." Ed, I hope you heard that explanation from them. But I'm all about explaining stuff. That's what this show's all about, is getting people to talk about things they do and methods they do. What you got, Derek?
All right, so born in 1946 and passed away in March 14, 2025.
Okay. So he's 10 years older than I am.
Yep. And Frank was married in 1968 to Margie, as that's what she goes by through, when we're communicating. And they had 2 sons, which during the Estes with Scott, he said 2 sons during that first day that we were, experiencing all this stuff. After that, he got divorced, was married to Carol Maxwell, and then he was married to Melinda. And until he passed away. There's a whole thing on his obituary. This is from, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, right? But this is the man who we are speaking with, and he comes through.
Frank Barth.
Yeah, Frank Barth.
Frank Barth.
Yeah, it's incredible because if you go to Sanctum of Souls and you look at some of these videos, you will hear through our spirit box devices, Frank Barth. I mean, clear as day.
Through the book of spells.
Through multiple, through different, different pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's awesome. There's more, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, go ahead and talk about it if you want to, or are we saving that for people to come by?
Well, we can. I mean, this is the story that we're going to tell folks. When they come out and book, your investigation with Sanctum of Souls, we give you a tour, and we're going to kind of, we built a foundation off of our first time out there. What we planned on doing was we're going to take a little, what do you call it? Like a little book of some sort. What is it? A book that you can
like a portfolio.
Yeah, a portfolio. And we're gonna do photos, history in this portfolio, and just have it right there where you sign in, you do your waiver, and then you can kind of you see the history, and then we'll have names. there's a lot of German people that were buried in the Buffalo cemetery with names that, you might be able to connect the church and that, this is all new for us, and we've only been here, I think, for about 2.5, 3 months now. And so we're still uncovering a lot of history. We're going to be, going and doing a lot of researching. We've already done internet searching, and I want to give a shout out to Nick Simons too for helping uncover some of these things, as we work with him as well, because he's come out with us a few times, and he's just an amazing guy. History, a great investigator, very intelligent and seasoned in the paranormal researching. So, thank you, Nick, for that.
Thank you, Nick. We love you.
But yeah, he's been helping us with that. And, we're going to get out to the Historical Society. There's a museum in Buffalo that has records and stuff like that of the land and all that. Yeah.
You forgot to mention that we had both Nick Simons
and
Aaron Thompson
Aaron
under
Thompson.
the same building.
Yep. And Kat.
For the first time in that building
Yep.
for an investigation. So it was awesome to be able to have two people that were at the same location on 28 Days Haunted. It was amazing.
It was cool, and Aaron's a great guy too, and very smart in what he does, and Kat, we were doing, the knocking method, and you wait to hear a knock back. We got a couple of different ones. When me and Scott were there, I mean, you hear loud stuff. I mean, if you're quiet and you just take your time and you just listen to your environment, you'll hear things that you can't explain. I mean, it's incredible.
There's shadow figures there that you'll see too. We believe that the spirit, her name is Lizzie. We're not completely sure of an age. We're still working on it. It's still new to us. So it's great to be able to have other people come in the building and help us piece this together.
Yeah.
So on top of having like the portfolio, we're going to have a notebook there so people can log what they've experienced at the building as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a group effort all over.
Yeah. I mean, this location is pretty cool. I think it speaks for itself, and I can't wait to go in there and do more. We open this, for anybody who wants to book an overnight and have that experience that we've experienced, but we also want to go in and uncover more, as time goes by. So
of course.
Yeah.
You can probably ask Bill. He's probably checking out Broadhead Manor even now, even though he's been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
He's always finding something new.
Yeah.
Bill all the kids love Bill. I think with Bill, it's kind of normal, for him to experience these things. He always talks about how the kids like to come out and play, and you can hear him running down the hall and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool that Bill has adapted his environment, very comfortably with these spirits that he has, because, nothing there's going to hurt anybody, and they just like to play. You know what I mean?
And that's like Symptom of Souls. We haven't encountered anything negative so far.
And
it's a good building.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it, and not to cut you off here, but I just want to say, if you're running PolterScript or an SB, or not SB7 Pro, but my SB7, but a Ovilus, if you got one that creates words and you get the word devil or Satan or crucifix, don't think
we're in a church
that it's automatically evil, because we are in a church. And one of the questions that I asked with Scott was, what is one thing that you might find here at this location, talking to the other side. And all of a sudden it says preacher, and then it says crucifix, and then it says and then the PolterScript goes purgatory, which is between heaven and hell. That's where. And I thought that was really cool, because these are words that I've never heard yet coming out of that.
What kind of church did you say it was?
It's a German Lutheran.
Lutheran. I'm not familiar with the Lutheran religion. Down here in Arkansas, it's primarily Baptist, Presbyterian, mostly Baptist, Southern Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
And they will tell you, both in the white and the black church, that there's no such thing as purgatory.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see if the Lutheran religion actually believes there's a purgatory. The Catholic religion, they say there is a purgatory.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about Lutheran beliefs, so I'm new to all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Christian. I was born again as a Christian, and I've got my own belief. I believe in Jesus and all that, and that's who I believe, when we go out and do these investigations, and that's my protector. But with the Lutheran, I think I don't want to, say whether this or that, because I'm not, too. I don't want to say like it's evangelical or anything like that, but
Right.
It would be interesting to kind of do some little bit of research on what the Lutheran is, what's the baseline of it.
Yeah.
Because then we can kind of create a story when we're doing these investigations as well. You know what I mean?
And throw it in a port.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
You mentioned crucifix too. That's usually a Catholic thing. Not many Protestant churches, they have the cross.
Right. Yeah.
And remember, the crucifix is different. It's got the body of Christ on the cross.
On the cross.
That's mostly Catholic.
Right.
So it's interesting because you got crucifix along with the other words.
Yeah.
So that's if I was you, I would do some pretty heavy research on what the Lutherans believe.
Yeah.
Especially the German Lutherans. That may take a little time, but I wish you luck. Now, Gwen had a question a few minutes ago. Do you have a website for this location yet?
We are in the process of making a website. I've got a family member that is phenomenal of making websites. And so I've got to get some kind of rough draft made up for her. I just got to get with her. I know she can do it in a good, reasonable time. Like I said, this is 2 months in, so we're just kind of we're getting this thing going, getting bookings in, and doing the couple of events that are coming up. October 4th, we have an event. You can find it at Sanctum of Souls on our Facebook page, and it's a public investigation that we're holding. And then I think we're going to do one for a kids' night, October 31st on Friday of the Halloween. So that'll be cool to get the kids, because I know there's kids out there that like the paranormal and things like that. But no, we're working on getting a website going. That's in the works.
So for now, we're all on Facebook.
All right, that post that Jamie, go ahead and put up now.
Okay.
When you get your website up, post it straight to my Facebook page.
Okay.
Put up a photo if you want to, the link, and what it is, and just post it straight to my Facebook page. That's fine with me.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And also, I'll make you another offer. If you have your thing on Friday, which is Halloween, the 31st, and you want to come back on the show just to air what's going on, I would be happy to do a kid relatable show and talk to some of the kids and maybe show a little tour of the house.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If you want to do that, I'm going to be on having my usual Halloween show. Now, you'll probably won't see a lot of this background because I usually go outside to do my Halloween show. So I'd be more than happy to have y'all. I'm not asking for hours. 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour tops, and we can show your location, talk about it more, where it is, and of course that's one thing I'd like you to say now as soon as I'm done. And we could do that plan on doing that for Halloween.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
Sorry about the background noise too. We got a kid in a cast and she's walking around with these crutches. So if you hear a lot of banging, that's her.
Okay. Where is this location?
Buffalo, Iowa.
Buffalo, Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will definitely do that. Thank you.
Okay. Pam's trying to help you out. But Pam seems like a nice person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
pretty
is.
cool. Yeah. So Buffalo, Iowa is a small town outside of Davenport. Everybody knows kind of where Davenport, Iowa is in the Quad Cities area.
Sits right off of the Mississippi River.
Yep, right off the Mississippi there. And it's only 20 minutes away from where we're at, 23 minutes away. So it's pretty cool that we can, just go out there and open up the building, when we, get these people that are coming in and we all kind of partake as a team. It's a team effort here at Eternal Paranormal. So we all are kind of doing our own little thing and kind of, getting this place going. It's awesome.
We're gonna have T-shirts for merchandise as well.
There you go.
On top of that,
Gotta
October 18th, we're gonna be at the Benton County Expo, and I can't think of the name right now.
Benton County Expo.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be there as Eternal Paranormal, but Katie Hopkins, the one that runs it every year, she was kind enough to let us showcase our location too as well, so we get to have another table for that. So we're super excited.
Yeah.
Okay. If you've got the link to their website, you could go ahead and type it in the chat room and Gwen will throw it up for you.
Okay.
No.
I can do that while I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, just go to the comments and you can just type it in the comments.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to link our pages, but that's fine because I did share it to Sanctum of Souls, so we're live on there right now on top of my personal page.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. You can post it to two things that belong to you.
I'm trying to connect to the comments right now. It's wanting me to do some login stuff. So, all right, we're set. Here we go. All right. So once he finds that, he'll tag that in the comments.
Right. By the way, I don't know if y'all are familiar with where I am, but I'm only about 25 miles from the Mississippi.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
So I guess I could take a boat up to your location if I wanted to. Of course, I'd take a
That would be fun. That'd be a long boat ride.
all I have is a canoe, so it'd be a lot of paddling.
Oh my gosh. I'll be passing out in that canoe.
Yeah, the people you saw me doing the New Orleans. Of course, they're right on the Mississippi. Of course, the Mississippi also goes by Memphis. I've been on that part of the Mississippi. Nick says he's about a mile from the Mississippi, so we're all in the Mississippi Valley here.
Yep.
Of course, I think the Mississippi has its own little paranormal corridor coming down because the energy you've had for probably a couple thousand years. The Indians using it. Then it was Native Americans is the proper term, going up and down the river for trade. And then when the Spanish got here, they used it. The French came down to New Orleans by the Mississippi from Canada. Plus all the trade that America has done. And the boats that sank, the battles that have been fought on the Mississippi, and of course running water, and that's a bit of running water in that river. Creates its own energy. So that's why I think all along the Mississippi, any town, any area right by the river is going to be haunted.
We're in Black Hawk territory over here. So lots of Black Hawk history here.
Yeah, lots of Native American. Definitely.
Well, down here,
Native American on that land, I'm positive there is.
I feel like
anywhere there's water in North America, you had Native Americans.
Yes.
Here it was the if you've heard of the Mississippian culture, that's what was predominant down here when whites first came over. the Mississippian culture, the mound builders. Some of the best. There's a couple of mounds here in Arkansas. There's mounds to the north in the St. Louis area. One of the biggest cities that Native Americans built was right just outside St. Louis today.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Poverty Point, which they're still trying to figure that place out.
Oh yeah,
that's not too far south of here. That's in the area of Monroe.
Tears. Yeah. So we have the Trail of Tears that goes through, I believe, Black Hawk State Park right here in Rock Island.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's that's where the Native Americans would they just flee. They had this trail that they would do to flee, and they call it the Trail of Tears. You can look that up on Google and do research on it. But yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad story about that. But yeah.
I've done a lot of research on there and I'll tell you why real quick. I was born and raised in Columbus, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody wants to look on a map can see where Columbus, Georgia is the third largest city in the state of Georgia on the west coast, the Chattahoochee. Columbus was founded back before we were a country, back when the British had it, as an area settlement they said was going to defend Savannah. And that's a whole bunch of bunk, because you have a settlement with only a couple of hundred people there on the Chattahoochee, the northernmost navigable part of the Chattahoochee. And you see how far away it is from Savannah. Even going 70 miles an hour, you're 6 hours from Savannah.
Right.
You could march Patton could have come through from Alabama over Columbus and attacked Savannah. Nobody in Columbus would have known about it. He could have gone south and marched his armored division to Savannah, and they wouldn't have known about it. So a bunch of guys creeping through the woods. That's no Savannah. It was put there because the British were already planning the Trail of Tears to move the Cherokee and the Creek out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Way back before the United States was even formed. And the powers that be in Georgia, I met the guy who did all the research on this, and he told the truth about how the Trail of Tears got started and just how far back the Trail of Tears was planned. And the powers that be in the state of Georgia would not let him publish that book.
Wow.
He was blackballed from any publisher, and to this day, there's nobody that'll publish it. He would have to self-publish it, but then he had nobody to sell it to.
Right.
Because he couldn't advertise it. He could and put on Amazon. They just probably blackballed him or get him kicked out of Amazon.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they don't want that information that a whole city.
Yeah, they don't want people to know.
Right. That's just information that they're probably going to say something to me about saying it.
Right.
Of course. And it's just like the Cambry house in Nauvoo, Illinois that we were at not too long ago. They just bulldozed over Native American burial grounds out there. Right
back in the day.
Property.
Yeah.
And that's a hush-hush thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you knowing that. That's kind of like at Broadhead. No. They have the Native Americans that were buried right where the train tracks are now. They just laid it right on top of them.
Mm-hmm. But you saw a couple of photos that I posted from Bachelor's Grove Cemetery that I took.
Yeah.
In the little intro that played. Most people don't know the reason Bachelor's Grove Cemetery was haunted is because it's a failed German settlement. One of you walk in the front gate, the first grave site to the left, you hear if you open up a ghost box, an echo box, whatever your talking app is, you will hear German speech. You're going to have to use that app that you were using earlier. You were talking about where it converts it to English to understand what it is, or have a German speaker. I've privileged a couple of times to investigate that and listen to that with somebody who knew German, and they interpreted it for me, so I at least understood what was going on.
That's cool.
I have not
But,
been there yet, and we're not even that far. So that's cool that you got to go up there.
What?
Yeah.
Did you see in that intro that I ran? You saw the picture that Dale Kaczmarek and Judy Huff that has been checked by Ghost Adventures twice of the lady on the stone.
Yeah.
One of the most popular ghost pictures ever taken.
Yeah.
You notice that I had it next to a yellow type photograph with a lady sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
If you look closely, when you see that, when you play this video, later on, it's out there now. All you got to do is just watch this video again. And when you see the double picture pause the video, and you will see the lady was wearing the same dress.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That the picture was taken by Dale Kaczmarek. Well, actually taken by Judy Huff, working with Dale Kaczmarek with the Ghost Research Society. I'm allowed to show that picture by Dale because I always say Dale Kaczmarek and Ghost Research Society, and that's supposed to be a copyright photo, and he's kind of pernickety about that, but he lets me show it and talk about it because I talk about him too. He's somebody I've known for 20 years and done a lot of investigations with. But anyway, that picture was taken 91 or 92. Dale can tell me the exact year.
That's when we
But
were
the other picture,
Yeah.
the other picture was taken, and I was not born at this time, 1863.
Wow.
That is the wedding picture of John Humphrey and Amelia Patrick.
Wow.
The reason they're there, you saw that thing, Libby May, the writing.
Yeah.
And it buried in Baxter's Grove. Their firstborn daughter was born in 1865, but only lived to be 11 months and 4 days old. And in the town that John Humphrey founded, he was a state senator for years, decades in Illinois. The town they founded, it was just getting started in 1865. The cemetery, the land had been, parceled off as far as the fence around it, and this is going to be our cemetery, but it wasn't ready for burial yet. So they couldn't bury their firstborn child in that cemetery. So they buried her in the Patrick plot, Amelia's family plot, in Baxter's Grove. And when they exhumed half the bodies out of Baxter's Grove Cemetery, there was no Humphrey relatives or Patrick families living in the Chicagoland area. They put out, we're closing Baxter's Grove. It's no longer going to be an official cemetery. You need to come get your people and put them into an active cemetery. So half the people come in, pulled out the headstones, pulled out the bodies, and moved into a continuing cemetery. There was no Humphreys, no Patricks. So Libby May is still buried there with about 4 or 5 aunts, uncles, and cousins from my mother's side in that cemetery. And that's why she was coming in there. That's why you heard the lady crying. That's why every day at dusk, almost every day, you could see her coming in.
The lady in white.
Yes. You could see her coming in. She'd open up a portal from the other cemetery. And I have seen the portal open several times. And she would normally open down the fence line, approaching the German plot that I talked about earlier. It was approaching that. But when it got to the German plot, it would dissipate. You'd see the wind blowing all the vines and small trees and tall grass by the fence, and then would stop suddenly at the German Holzman grave site and just stop. And you could see, if you saw her, you could see what I call a heat signature apparition.
Okay.
Which is basically a human-shaped person. It's obviously something moving in this human size, human shape, comes out, but the temperature is different from the surrounding air.
Yeah.
So you see this kind of blurry image like they used in Predator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you can see it. that looks like coming out, and that's what she would look like when you're standing there.
So that's what you can
and I
see.
saw her do that.
Is it an ability
Uh-huh.
that you have?
It's concentration. It's heat distortion, changing the air temperature radically. I mean,
Okay.
it's basically a warm bubble going through the air, changing the temperature of the air slightly.
Right.
And if you concentrate and know where it is, because you see in the portal come at you, you know exactly where to look. You know, at least in a couple of square yards to look in. And if you concentrate, kind of squint your eyes, you can see this walking towards you. It's just a matter of training and trying to look through it. And she would come in there and pick up Libby May and take her off, so the evil spirits would not bother her. And that's why she was several years ago in there crying all the time. Now, what I did in working with her, I got Libby May talking. I ended up with John being mad at me because I'm one of 3 people who've ever done a real investigation of the Humphrey house.
Wow.
Only 3 of us.
That's awesome.
It's had seances done in it, psychic, and that's intentional, would go in there and do and sell tickets to do a seance in there and try to talk to John and Amelia, or he would just call her the White Lady because he hadn't confirmed it that it was her, or talk to the children. And they had three other children who died young. 2 of them in the single digits. I don't have the list in front of me of their names and the exact ages. And 1 in the low teens, 13, 14 years old. But of course, back then, 1860s and 1870s,
That's young.
heck, half your kids died by 15.
Right.
They had the average.
Yeah, all the diseases. And...
Yep, all the stuff we vaccinate against now. And they had it all, along with rattlesnakes and just wear and tear, fall in the lake and drown, fall in the river.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It was only half the kids died.
Right.
Today's kids, as crazy as they are, we'd probably lose 2/3, 3/4. We had all unvaccinated and then running crazy around the woods. But the point I was getting to, it's not the cemetery that made it an evil place. We found this out through research that Native Americans had a small village. It was a very small tribe. They still come in there once in a while to try to spend the night in the old Native American village, which is about 200 yards down the trail past the cemetery.
Okay.
And there's just very few members of that tribe left. They were nearly practically wiped out by a bigger tribe. It wasn't the white man or the French or anybody else. It was just Native American on Native American, and this was common practice. A larger tribe needed new members, wants of blood, new blood. You start getting everybody's cousins, first cousins. If you only have 50, 60 people in your tribe, all of a sudden it's kind of like Blazing Saddles.
Oh, yeah.
In the town they had in there where everybody's named Johnson. That would happen to you, and you don't want that to happen.
Right.
And what they would do, they would find a Native American tribe, smaller than they were, and just go in there and kill the men, kill the older people, and bring out the childbearing years female and the kids, and absorb them into the tribe. It's kind of standard procedure with them. Of course, we're talking before Columbus came over here. Long before there was anybody roaming around there in North Illinois. So that whole area is cursed.
Make their tribe bigger, so they take the women from the other tribes.
So that whole area is cursed and does have blood in the ground, and that's one reason why the German colony there failed. Well, plus it was a lack of women. They was just a bunch of guys. That's why they call it Bachelor's Grove.
Really?
That's where that name came from. You had a bunch of German men in there, and they forgot something. They forgot to bring German women.
That's funny.
But it showed you why it failed, along with the ground being cursed. That whole area that's now forest reserve. But this whole area is run by the Forest Reserve of Cook County. The cemetery was looking for an owner. If you can think about a cemetery thinking or breathing, let's kind of leave reality the way we normally think about it for a second. The cemetery was looking for an owner. The owner died in the late 80s. So she said she closed the cemetery down. They had their final burial there, which is the reason they shut it down. The last caretaker passed away and was buried in Bachelor's Grove. And there's only about 2 or 3 human beings on the planet that know where. He was cremated, put in the bays, whatever you want to call it, the urn, and they got a set of very long-handled post hole diggers. You seen those post hole diggers with the 6 or 7 foot handles?
Oh yeah.
Not the ones you buy in Walmart, for $50, with just the 4 or 5 foot handles. This was 7 or 8 foot industrial things, and they took it down to where their hands were on the ground, that deep. Put the urn in the bottom, covered it up with dirt, and it's unmarked.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I know the exact spot. But I'm one of only about 2 or 3 people that know that, and I do not broadcast it.
So where's this house that you done? Where's that at?
Which one? the one in the video? Oh, let me finish my Bachelor's Grove first. The Cook County is not as haunted as it used to be. So anybody wanting to go there now, it's not as haunted as it used to be. Libby May followed me home a couple of times, freeing herself from being stuck like she was it was since 1865, I guess. So she could actually free herself there. Amelia, her mother, liked that, of course, because all of a sudden Libby May could go to her. And I told him, I said, look, why are you hanging around in an abandoned cemetery? Go see the world. You never got to travel much in life. Go travel in death.
Yeah.
I said, you can move around, but that means you're kind of stuck with John. And John was having an affair with a woman. You were talking about affairs and children. They did not have any children because of the affair, but John was having an affair from the time he was elected state senator. His office was in his home. And I got a message.
They did the deed. In his office at the home.
Yeah. And he was having an affair with his secretary. And when Amelia died, 6 months afterward, they got married. Big scandal.
Yeah.
In the Chicagoland area. And when I investigated the house, I put John's top hat. John was only about 5'4", 5'5". And I'm 5'9". And I investigated the house where they were from, his home, in his bedroom, wearing his hat. I wasn't wearing a facsimile. It was his hat.
That's cool.
For about an hour as a trigger object. And he didn't appreciate it. Amelia thought it was hilarious. And if you go in there and ask for Amelia, or go to the Patrick Stone, and there's a picture of that too, with a picture of John and Amelia on the Patrick Stone. And if you go there, Libby may talk to you if you got a ghost box. So that's just amazing stuff. Now the house, you saw me leaning on the car.
Yeah.
in front of the house? Have you ever
Yeah.
heard of the Allen House
No.
here in Arkansas, in Monticello?
No.
Look up the Allen House. Look up the Allen House. I'm not going to go in. I'm talking too much already, but the Allen House is the place that was open for investigations. They've redone the whole house. They don't need paranormal money anymore. Plus, their kids have left home. The house is for sale. I'm trying to get a certain person to buy it. You know who you are, Amelia Cotter. Not saying her name or anything.
Is this Monticello, Iowa?
No. Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas.
No. This is Monticello, Arkansas, about 35 miles from where I'm sitting.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's got a particular voice, Liddell, and her son Alan. And Alan's a jokester. Liddell was a suicide. Her son Alan died about 22 years old in New York. Suddenly, they're not even sure why. Of course, this was quite a while back. So people died. You didn't really go into it.
Right.
They're both buried. They're both buried there in Monticello. So yeah, that's a story about. There's a long story about the house. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research on that online.
I got
So look up the Allen House. Allen, Allen House, Monticello, Arkansas.
Okay. I kind of wanted to go back to what we were kind of talking about with the picture of the like apparition on the stone and stuff, like, and it looking like the person in their actual picture. So when we were at Cambry House in Nauvoo, Illinois, Derek was flying our drone that he got stuck up in the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
About that. Sorry, Tom.
And just so happened to get an apparition in the kitchen window peeking out and looking at us. And there's a photo of I can't remember her name, but it was the original people that lived there, and it looked just like her, the bun on top of her head, and she was in this dress. It's on our Facebook page on Eternal Paranormal, that video that you can go over there and you can see. It was amazing. We weren't expecting to catch that, but
Full-bodied apparition. Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was cool. Yeah, love the Cambry House. Need to go back there. It's a good place.
Okay. Where are we? We are just over an hour. I don't know how far y'all want to go tonight. I'm not sure how far Gwen wants to go through.
We can go for another.
Me, I can. About another half hour? Okay. I can talk paranormal all night long.
Yeah.
I
So can we.
Hey, at 69 years old, artificial knees, I was kind of looking forward to Broadhead, but I was kind of dreading it in another way because it's a big location. And me going in there is almost a waste because I can't walk over the whole thing. If I walked over all of Broadhead Manor or Ashmore Estates or something like that, I basically got to immediately go home or go back to my hotel room and sleep for a while.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a big place, lots of stairs. You get your steps in, that's for sure.
Yes, I did.
So I just can't do big locations anymore. So
Chris,
that's the
actually
bad
a
thing
photo.
about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, there's actually a photo of us all looking up at the tree. It's quite epic.
Yeah, we're just like, now what the hell do we do?
We were trying to figure out what we were going to do to try to get it down. Thankfully, it came down finally.
Yeah.
Does it have a camera?
Yeah.
Put a GoPro on or something?
Yeah.
Did you get a video of the crash when it crashed into the tree?
I think I took a screenshot. I didn't actually get the video.
What?
I wasn't recording that. I don't think I was recording.
Oh, wow.
I really shouldn't have told them. I was like, hey, you should try to get a video of the whole area. So I was the instigator.
This is my second time using this thing ever flying a drone. So was pretty confident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, I'm a beginner.
That's something I've never done. So the first thing I'm gonna do is probably break it.
Yeah, I definitely want to get another one. We got 2 more little ones, but I want to get a nice one. You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get you out to Sanctum of Souls sometime.
Yeah.
That'd be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be interesting if I could to get up there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of busy here. The retirement life is not all that. It's not the relaxing time. And of course, you know, we had no kids, so we don't even have any grandkids or anything to worry about. But we're doing some remodeling on the house. I'm fixing to wall up a porch behind me here. This is going to be walled up for basically a playroom or workroom. The other end's going to be a screened-in porch. We're putting a new bathroom in the other end of the house.
Fun stuff.
And
Yeah, I love your background with all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's cool.
those are just black light tapestries.
Right.
Those are cool, dude.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
I want to get one.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna have mushrooms and be like 1998.
Turn on the Google machine and put ghost tapestries, black light tapestries.
Yeah,
and they'll show you these and several more you can get.
Yeah, them are pretty cool. I like those.
I've also got over here. That's a big ghost hanging around over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you look behind me, that's all ghost behind me.
Nice.
So
yeah, it sets up for a cool background.
Yeah, thanks. These 2 lights here, one there, and the other one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is simply these 12 or 15 light strands of lights in skulls. This one here actually got I forget what color lights in it, but it's a clear skull. This one over here, or is that's a dark skull. Over here is a clear skull, and the strip of lights that's in it is UV.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the 2 studio lights I've got here, my face is only lit up by the screen.
Oh, okay.
But I got 2 studio lights in here with UV bulbs in it.
It kind of gives you the beginning of Goosebumps when they got the intro with the skeleton in the chair kind of vibe, you know.
Hey, I'm already wearing Halloween stuff.
Oh yes, I like it. I love it. I want some more.
Don't give him a mic. He'll take it all night and he won't shut up.
Yeah, we got our spooky look too. It's funny. We got our daughter. She got some of the Halloween stuff.
Not all of it.
And we've been watching, getting into the spooky season. So love it. We just need this weather to kind of chill out a little bit and get cooler, especially for me.
Well, it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. We got the meat sweats.
Right, the meat sweats.
All the bacon.
Bacon.
I'm looking at this location. So Dottie, she doesn't look at.
Oh. Hi, Dottie.
She wanted to be in the video. That's funny. I get her going sometimes.
Oh my God, she farted. Woo-hoo! Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's why she's smiling.
Oh my God.
Okay. At least we don't have smell-o-vision cranked up.
Smell-o-vision. Oh my God. That's funny. That could have been me.
No, that was a dog part.
That's funny stuff, man.
Oh, okay. I wanted to go back over your location. You are taking reservations now. Am I correct?
Yep.
7 days a week. And you can run it out from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. It's $300. and $100 deposit to secure the dates. I handle all the bookings, so you'll be directly speaking with me. If you ever reach out to us on the Facebook page, on Messenger, or text my phone number, it's on the page as well. And so we'll come out there and we'll open it up. Yeah.
I got a link that I put in there in the
I'll
comments.
say it after you.
And, we talked about the public investigation coming up October 4th. But, we'll host different things and we'll publicize it on Sacred Souls, different little events that we are going to be holding, throughout the year. But it's cool because this place has heat.
Yep. I was just going to say that.
And air conditioning.
Electricity.
Yep.
We have
Running
working bathrooms. And it's
bathrooms.
actually wheelchair accessible, which is nice.
Wheelchair accessible. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we actually had
cool.
somebody at our public investigation at the Haunted 1861 Masonic Lodge in Keithsburg, Illinois, that we did last year. They had a wheelchair they were in because they had a break. So we were able to accommodate them.
Yeah, it worked out great.
So
everybody had a helping hand in that one.
If somebody has an accident and they purchase tickets for an event, well, we've got wheelchair accessibility. So that's definitely a plus. Something happens, you can still make it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you allow people just to bring their own equipment, whatever they want to bring in there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We have a arsenal of equipment ourselves. So during the public investigation, we'll have all that available for everybody to utilize with us and on their own after a certain time. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about the bad stuff. How long and how much?
Okay.
So it's $40. The event is on Eventbrite. There is some processing fees through Eventbrite. So it's like $45.37, I believe, after it. So it's from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m.
That's for the public investigation.
Yeah. And Nick Simons is going to be there as well as a special guest helping out with investigations as well, getting signatures, a photo op with them,
And
now,
then
does that include setup time or is that pure investigation time?
Okay, so this is separate. So going back to the question, it's going to be $300 for an overnight stay. You get it from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. and it's $300 a night.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What was it hours again for the investigation?
For private overnight?
For the private.
For a public investigation. Somebody want to come in there and pay you $300.
No,
that's just for overnight. Sorry.
The public investigation we're hosting is $45.37 because of the fees on Eventbrite. Okay. We have a ticket limit of 16, and now we have 13 tickets available to purchase.
Yep.
Okay. And the private investigation is the 300, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 6 to when?
6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention we have a coffee maker. We'll be actually having Haunted Happy Hour podcast, Haunted Happy Hour from our area as well. Their coffee to purchase or to brew up at our location as well. Mm-hmm. We're working with the girls also on a brew of our own. So keep an eye out for that as well.
Okay.
And then we have what else?
You got a microwave?
We have microwaves.
Yep.
Okay, because that would be important because I don't know how many pizza places around where you are.
There's Casey's right down the street.
Literally, you can walk to it from the location.
Yep.
There's a pizza place that close. What time do they close? Midnight?
They're open all night.
They're open 24 hours.
Oh, you mean people can walk out the door at 3 o'clock in the morning, decide they're going to take a break for investigation, and walk to a pizza parlor, get a pizza, bring it back, have a pizza break at 3 a.m., and go back to investigate.
From the Casey's. Yeah, Casey's is a general store that stays open. Yeah, but Casey's
best pizza.
If you're Midwestern and you've been to Casey's, Y'all know what the deal
The
is.
breakfast pizza, especially breakfast pizza, is amazing.
Oh gosh, yeah, the
Wow.
breakfast pizza is amazing. Yeah, so
That's a setup y'all have, though.
yeah, it's a good stuff.
We're privileged.
Wow. How many people do y'all let in at a time for your $300?
10.
10 max.
Yes.
It's what, 2 floors?
It's going to be one single floor, but
I forgot the square footage, but it's
huge.
It's big.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a crawl space that you can stand up in, kind of like yeah, it's a dirt floor. But you can get down through. You can access it like through the outside of it. There's not much down there. Just a bunch of spiders and cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got any evidence down there, or is
a little bit? Tom did,
okay.
Or no, Scott. Scott got some evidence our first night out there. He kind of walked in there, and he had some malfunctioning going on with his voice recorder. It kept dying, but it was still charged. And then it was weird because on my ghost box, it said basement twice. And I think that they were referring to the little crawl space downstairs. Now, the reason why it said that, I have no idea. I don't know.
Maybe it was trying to get you to go down there.
Right? I'm not going down there.
Oh.
I've got arachnophobia, and there's no way because them spiders do.
Oh, we know what to do with you at a haunted house. Get one of those jumping spiders,
And
bats.
3 feet across.
Nice.
I've got mantle decorations that I've got bats on the wall behind. Around the corner in front of my laundry room, I've got a work shelf, and for Halloween, I decorate it with Halloween decorations, and I have 2 rubber bats hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I guess you'd have a hard time coming into my kitchen.
Yeah.
But you gotta walk right under the bats.
Oh, we also forgot to mention that everything was left there from it being the church. So we haven't touched any of the items there.
You've got 2.
I mean, we have touched the items, but we haven't removed them from the location. We had to move some stuff around, but
of course.
But
how many rooms?
Oh, we got the chapel. That's the main one. Then it kind of goes off to the right, and you've got the 1860s portion right there, the original setup there. And there's like a room, kind of like a mud room, but it's bigger than a mud room. And then it kind of goes up into the little kitchen, but it's the old kitchen. It's a very small kitchen.
And then there's
the
3
hall.
rooms down that hall, and then 2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms, 3 rooms, and a couple of closets.
Yeah.
But then straight forward, there's another room. And then if you go in, there's another big room.
It was like a school room.
Yep, school rooms and stuff.
Daycare area.
Offices and whatever. And then if you go off the hall, you go down, and there's the ramp for the accessible, and then the stairs. There's another large closet there off to the left, and then you're going to go down, take a left, and you've got this other big room. I call it the Christmas tree room because there's a nice, beautiful fake Christmas tree in there that we're going to decorate. And
the kitchen, and then
they got the big kitchen,
cafeteria, like meeting area.
Then you got the huge cafeteria lounge, and then offset of that, you got this little children's room that they've left these very old tables and chairs, kid size there, and I kind of trigger object. I kind of did the building blocks on the tables and stuff for if there's a kid spirit in there, that wants to play with them, and but
so we're planning on doing a little expo, Paracon, whatever you want to call it, at some point. We obviously are trying to get this. Oh my gosh. This building going
again.
Yeah. So we're trying to get this building going. So we got a long ways to go and think about a plan for doing a public Paracon or anything of that sort. But we definitely want to have some teams or other locations come out and set up some tables because we've got enough space for some.
What, for Paracon?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little mini
Okay.
Paracon. We'd love to have, people come out. It's awesome, man. I love this place.
Now, when you decide you're going to have it, and you got the details, who's coming, whatever, and got your date set, please let me know, and we'll get you back on this show so you can talk about that event.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
It's not going to be your large Midwest. It's just going to be a nice
Small.
Yeah, I mean,
Smaller.
we've got lots of tables. I mean, lots of chairs. So we have everything. We've got a lot of room. We've got multiple rooms that you can set up around, go down the hall, set up different rooms.
Even before you go into the chapel.
Yeah, so this place would be pretty cool to host something kind of medium size. We'll kind of see, what the whole
layout.
Yeah, the layout,
It's
Okay.
It's going to be a lot to think about and plan.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you something else to think about.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the posts from the Rhodes Hotel lately?
No, not lately. I've been so busy.
They got a good owner there too. That's a fun place to go. Road Hotel in Atlanta, Indiana. One thing they've done, they had a ghost box built in the shape of the building. Now you might could contact them, and they could tell you who built that building for them, who built their ghost box, and that you maybe get them to build you something in the shape of this building.
Oh yeah,
that'd be really cool, actually.
For Paranormal, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, I hate to interrupt, but it's almost an hour and a half. Can we keep it at that? If you don't mind, keep it an hour and a half. So about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and we got a visitor behind you.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's Stella. That's our broken ankle kid.
Oh, okay.
The future of Eternal Paranormal.
Yeah.
One of them. The other one's in a room being a recluse.
Okay, let's go back real quick over how people get in touch with you. You got your Facebook page. The link is in the comments. So we got that down. That's the best way to contact you.
Yep, Eternal Paranormal.
Or Sanctum of Souls if you're wanting to book the location. And just give us a message.
For
All right. Anything else you want to say about your location before we go ahead and go?
No.
I think everybody should, just, I don't know, come out and check it out. We're going to, like I said, we're going to be doing, different events throughout the year. So look out for that. And I think that's about it, really. We're just going to keep
all right.
doing our thing. So
be sure and keep Gwen informed because she's on that whole road marathon right now, hitting several paranormal locations.
Yep.
She ever does this again, she might can schedule your place at least just to drop by for a couple of hours and say, I'm there. There she is. She said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And figure something out. So keep her informed and keep me informed.
Oh,
I love y'all. And keep on talking about your location. And I wish you every success.
Thank you.
Thank
we
you
love
very
you
much.
too. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And look forward to we'll discuss in Messenger what we can do for Halloween because I think that'll be fun.
That would be fun.
Okay.
And then I can show you my apps.
Apps, APPS. We got to be careful.
Yeah. We ain't doing the OnlyFans tonight now. That was a broadhead.
All right. It's always a pleasure talking to y'all, and I look forward to it in the future. And the only thing I got to say is the paranormal never sleeps.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We're up all night. All right.